Welcome guys to my YouTube channel, and definitely if the first time you're watching this video, I could invite you to watch my video. Today I want to talk about scams. Late last year, is scam part of our life? Like, fraud is everywhere. In any country across the world, scamming is everywhere. So late last year in 2022, there was this scam about guys were promised to go and work in Thailand, where they were told to go. They'll be there to work as customer sales agents, and they were promised huge salaries, like of 800 US dollars. That could be probably around 100,000 or 90,000 thereabouts, depending on the dollar exchange. So these guys, they were promised, mostly these agents, they were recruiting women. That's the first thing you need to be aware about. So they were advised that they are supposed to take a flight to Thailand and they secure their job. And these are guys who do not have employment, who have been struggling with life. There are some who finished in college, some in high school, and so these guys, some of them borrowed money, could be over 2,000 US dollars, to fund to pay the agents so that they can facilitate their movements, and also to pay their training sessions. They were being trained on what to go and do there. So once they were done with the training and they cleared the agents' payments, these guys these guys now, they have been taken to the airport, wamepandishwa pale gari, probably they could be a small bus, wakafika pale JKIA. Once at the Jomo Kenyatta airport, they flew out of the country to Thailand. So here is the thing now. So once they arrived in Thailand, wakatoka pale airport, then they took a bus, Once they took the bus, they took a very, very long drive to the neighboring Laos. In Thailand, there are other neighboring countries like Laos and Myanmar. So they took a very long drive to Laos without their knowledge where they were headed to. So once they arrived there, they took accommodation in a very huge apartment, which probably was isolated somewhere. And once they arrived at the apartment, that's when they knew what their work was. One, these agents informed them they need to create profiles in Tinder, Facebook, and Instagram. To do what? To entice the Americans. And they were supposed to scam the Americans. They were supposed to scam the Americans. So once they were at the apartment, all of them, they were in this kind of cyber house or something with our computers. Internet was there, and they were advised to create these profiles, enticing ones, the beautiful ones, so that they can entice Americans. So once they did that, they were being advised, you need to convince more people. Probably they meet and they scam them online, or the physical meetings. But here is the thing, once these guys were there, remember, they had access to internet, so that was a plus for them. They were able to research, how can we be able to report this, because the way things are going, it's not gonna be, the good things are not coming up here, right? So they found something online, a Kenyan charity heart, that probably creates awareness against human trafficking and offer help to bring those guys, the migrants who are struggling wherever they are, to their home countries. So these two women, they contacted the charity. But before they contacted the charity, they were being warned of first. They were being told, if we do not reach your target, because we spend so much on you, traveling, the cost of housing, the cost of food, we are paying internet, you need to get clients so that they can be able to pay their costs. If they could not be able to get those clients online, they were they were told to do sex work. Some of them were they could be forced for organ transplant. Some of them even were killed, because some of them they could not raise those money, and some of them were killed, by the way. So the charity, the Kenyan, the charity organization contacted the Kenyan authorities and the UN. They were able to fly in the women that who were held up hostage in Laos, in this guise of customer service work in Thailand, which was not. So once they flew back, they were giving these stories, and you know, it was so fascinating for me. Like, you know, these agents, first of all, they are known by Kenyan, they are known by authorities. They are, you know, once this scam was out, they're still there recruiting members. So guys, I need to know in the comment section on what you think, because these you know, they say that they are importing labor, but at what cost? At what cost as a country are we importing labor to these countries? Remember, some of these agents are fake. You remember in the Middle East, some of them have been killed, where, and in most cases or most instances, people are taking advantage of women. So women out there, you need to take care, and you need to be very, very careful with these guys who are promising heaven and delivering hell. So let me know in the comment section what specifically the government should do to avert this situation. However, this case was highlighted by Wahiga Mahura about the whole situation. Once this guy came back, remember they had borrowed over 2,000 US dollars. They have not been able to pay. Some of them, once they came back in the country, they have not been able to, you know, take care of their offsprings and their family. Some of them have not been able to get the jobs. You know, those who managed to get to Thailand in correctly, they've been able to, you know, support here and there their families back at home. So this is one of the biggest scam that has been happening. Women are promised, most of them are women are promised of heaven somewhere in Middle East or Asia, and they get there, they get mistreated, they get to do prostitution, they get to do, you know, organ transplant. So I want to appreciate you if you watch this video of this end. I'll be doing more of these scams, and let's learn together, guys. So if this is the first time, and if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn that notification bell on, and you know, let's get to learn about all these scams that have been happening in the country and also across the world. Stay tuned.